We are passionate about advancing human health through the individual donation of health data. Today, we would like to invite you to join us on our mission. Consumer data is being used in revolutionary ways to develop groundbreaking products and services. But despite advances in technology and product development, our health data is locked up in silos or not available at all to the people who need it to advance human health through research and practice. 60% of the people through research we've discovered, that's 60%, are willing to donate the data, their own personal data, for the public's benefit. We as human beings are practically walking vaults of information. And although our bodies are our most important asset, surprisingly, the data we know the least about is the data about our health. Donate Your Data is working to solve this problem. Based on a member's one-time individual authorization, our data is collected from health services such as 23andMe and Google Fit, and although we would be working with other services as well, for the purposes of today, we'll be talking about 23andMe. And we'll use these sites and securely transfer the data to the Philips HealthSuite, where it undergoes a de-identification process in compliance with HIPAA regulations so that the data can empower important research without the risk of revealing one's identity. Donate Your Data is easy to use. You authorize the sharing of your data once, and your data streams continuously to the Philips HealthSuite. Donate Your Data is secure. It allows you to authorize and share your data using secure data transfer protocols. Donate Your Data is here, and it's free to use. The APIs are already built into 23andMe, Google Fit, and other sites, allowing you to effectively donate your data. So everyone wins. Please join us on our journey to improve the health of us all, one donation at a time.
Donate Your Data can help you have an impact on the advancement of human health worldwide at no cost to the user, and the best part is that every single person is a beneficiary. The more people donate their data, the faster the advancement of healthcare. Our services will benefit researchers, clinicians, healthcare providers, and the final consumers. It will help speed up medication development, treatment protocols, self-care, while making health data more useful overall. So right now, there's no easy way to grab your data and make it publicly available in a centralized way. So in this example, Igor is going to help me with a live demo. We're going to show you how we'd be sharing our data, our DNA data. So if we click on the Donate button, we go into the Philips Suite, and we log in with our credentials. And once we're in, we're going to have the button functionality in there, so you can go ahead and share your data. In this case, it's 23andMe. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And we log in without credentials within the service that we're using. And then here, we're trying to authorize your data in 23andMe and then upload it to the HealthSuite. So you can choose the type of data you're willing to share. So, you know, all the information is there. At any point in time, you can revoke the permissions should you decide to do so. So once we grant access to this data, we can go ahead back into the Philips Suite. And then, as you can see, we'll have a confirmation here that the app is actually connected. So once the app is connected, all of your DNA data is being continuously fed into the Philips HealthSuite, which, you know, you're just sharing your data publicly. So this type of data sharing can help with all sorts of data. For example, fitness data, EMR, EHR, DNA, nutritional data, and other data that comes from sensors or various devices, such as wearables or patches. We are Donate Your Data, advancing human health, one donation at a time. Please join us.
All right, thank you very much. And Donate Your Data, have you been working on this app before this weekend?
No, certainly not.
Okay, this is their first time. So judges, do you have any questions?
So first question I have is, I really like the idea. How does it sustain itself? What's the business model?
So right now, the data is just we're just pretty much solving the problem of sharing. But as a service, actually, all this data is going to go through us. So once you own the data, there is a feasibility of a B2B model. And I mean, that's pretty easy.
The biggest companies in the world in software field, like Amazon, Facebook, Google, is a data company. So it can be a data company, and also here's a huge field for professional services.
What you may have mentioned this earlier, but what's in it for the person who's giving the data? What is their incentive? Or I mean, there's a greater good message. I get that part, but what is the incentive for them?
So the incentive part of it is, just the feel good of donating their data. Obviously, that's not enough. So that's a really excellent question. But we really see that people could actually go in and perhaps, once the data has been de-identified, that you could go in with your particular data and run some what-if scenarios to see how you fall in line with a peer cohort group yourself. So, there's a lot that could be done with this. Obviously, we haven't been able to parse through all the different applications, but we could then provide, research data. We could, have regular newsletters that go out stating our findings. There's a lot of things that we could do with this data. But basically, people could use it for their own personal use. It could be used by researchers, so we could perhaps get either contracts or, we could do advertising through the platform, perhaps, if we're having a lot of eyes on it. So there are other ways besides just the data to generate income. We haven't really, yeah.
Could you set it up so you could pay the patient every time their data is accessed, give them a royalty? Piece of the action that you get?
So there are many ways to incentivize the patient. Our starting point actually is very good because 6 out of 10 people are okay to just do it. So that's why if you want to get the other 4, you can pay them a royalty or you can do some revenue sharing scheme. It doesn't matter. It's just that this data overall is extremely valuable.
I'm blood donor in the Red Cross and I donate blood like 20 years and for me, it's okay. I'm not paid for my, my materials, and if will be a way to share my data, and I will be sure it will be used with good reason. I will definitely do it, and I think at least all blood donors, and it's like 1 million of active blood donors in the United States, will do the same. And as research said, 6 of 10 people are ready to donate their data. Yeah. For social, we don't want to open source it. I don't want to put my DNA data like on Dropbox and give access to everyone to it. But it's okay for me to give it to Philips Cloud to make work better, for example.
As long as it's anonymous.
Yeah. Thank you. Very nice presentation. Really enjoyed the marine scenes in the background. Also, thank you for that. What I wanted to ask is a couple of questions. First of all, you're aware of the 23andMe and Pfizer arrangement already, and how will you incentivize them, because data holds value, obviously, and how will you incentivize them to work with you? And then the other is just the accessing of the data themselves. Will academic centers have different access to it than, for instance, industry partners who may want to pay for use of the data?
Yeah. With 23andMe, we have developer program, and I just signed up with developer program yesterday. And I created an app inside 23andMe, and I gave access to this app to my app, which is connected to Philips Cloud. And as you've seen on presentation, live demo, and screens with authorization of data donation was real screens from real system I can donate right now. So I just need to create something which will receive data. So there is no receivers right now, and even if you have APIs, you don't have specific APIs to keep DNA data from 23andMe. But now at Hackathon, we are talking about future, not about current moment. And in the future, it's very easy to make storage for DNA data in your cloud. And you will get data from 23andMe without contacts between 23andMe and Philips. You don't need contacts to get data from data donors.
So I guess the point, it doesn't matter how much Pfizer is close to 23andMe. You own your data, and if you choose to donate it, you're actually protected, so you can do it.
Okay, thank you very much.